Wow, it's so hot. Hopefully I don't have a belly. I just finished eating. Might be pudgy. All right, we are gonna do some hip opening class because I'm very, very sore. The past couple of days I've been filming a lot. And so we're gonna be doing it a little bit gentle this time, but we're gonna open our hips because that's my favorite and I'll take you with me. Let's jump right in. All right, we're gonna start in standing position, but I want your feet wide, just to where it's comfortable. We're gonna fold first, okay? Interlace your fingers behind, and if I were to show you my back, you're gonna lift it up from your bum, okay? From here, inhale. Exhale, you're gonna fold halfway. From your halfway, I want your index finger maybe pointing all the way up towards the sky. Really open up the shoulders this way, and we're gonna start to bend one knee at a time, shifting your weight left and right. Good. Keeping that back nice and flat, so no rounding, right? You want to really get that arch in your back if you can, and lift your chest a little bit up. Good. All right, now halfway pull all the way the hands up, 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 up. Ooh, and release. Woohoo, drop it down, just halfway still, and you're gonna start to walk now, your hands forward and your feet back. You're just gonna find your downward facing dog. Good. From here, we're gonna breathe in and then exhale, bend the knees, lean your belly to your thigh. You're gonna jump forward, Malasana or yogi squat. Okay, so we're gonna do this to warm up. Downward dog and Malasana. Good, downward dog, Malasana. Not very fast, but just to where you can feel that, okay, your heartbeat is now maybe starting to raise up. Good. I'll meet you in downward dog. When you get there, you're gonna walk your hands towards your feet this time, getting that nice back flat or flat back. Okay, from here, halfway lift. Inhale, you're gonna try to fold now. You could still have a bend in your knees here if that is comfortable for you. And then you're gonna interlace your fingers again behind your back. Now, you're going to really point that index finger up towards the sky and try to see if you can now straighten the knees little by little here. Backwards, forwards, or backwards with the hips. Hips up, hips down or back. Hips up, hips down and back. And keep unfolding. And as you find that like stillness with your legs now really stretching, breathe in, breathe out. Now that index finger, you're gonna point it up to the left side and your face is gonna be on the right, so opposite direction, right? And then you're going to do it on the other side. So you're kind of driving with your head, forming that U shape with your head, right? Just a slight U. And maybe your bones are starting to pop. Ooh, so good. Good. And let go of the bind. You're gonna drop the tops of your palms down. Fingertips are gonna face left and right, and you're gonna lean to the sides here. Left and then the right. Good. Whew. And now palms down, wrists together, and fingertips still left and right, and you're now going to lean right and left, still getting this halfway lift in your fold to really stretch your hamstrings. And then maybe you're starting to shift your hips to the left and to the right, shifting your weight. Ooh, wow, already sweating, super hot now, yes! Okay, now walking yourself to find your downward facing dog. Whew, we're gonna do spinal waves to warm our backs and just find what works best with your feet apart. If it's together or hip distance, we're gonna wave our spine left and right. I mean, not left and right, forward and back. and pairing it as always with your breath. My spinal waves is always dependent, or the speed is dependent on my breath. So if I move very, very slow, it means my breath is also very, very slow. If I move super fast, then my breath is really fast, right? So it's finding that feeling of where you're at currently in your practice. Good. Now we're gonna drop the knees to tabletop and continuing to wave. So I want you to get your spine fluid here, right? Tabletop waves, forward, back, forward, lift the knees, backwards, downward facing dog. Good, forward, drop the knees, backwards, tabletop to child's pose. Good, now we're gonna stay in our child's pose and we're gonna stretch here. Send your hands to the right side, like a nice side body stretch. Breathe. Swing it all the way to the left side. Ooh, so yummy. We're gonna make it a little faster this time because I think my camera might be super hot and it's gonna die. Hopefully it will not die. All right, coming to your tabletop position. You're gonna continue to wave your spine, and as you wave back and then wave forward, you're gonna lift your left knee up. Good. So left knee towards your elbows and then drop it down. Child's pose. Right knee now towards the elbow and then drop. Left, child's pose. Right, child's pose. A quick core activation there. Good. Left, but this time outside, in line with your hips, half frog shape. And now you're gonna get that micro bend in your elbows towards your midline or your ribs. Good. Push back, child's pose. Inhale, exhale, right knee outside, half frog. Good. Back bend. Stay for a little bit. And child's pose. Good. Now this time you're gonna curl your toes under, sit on your heels, and you're going to send your right knee to your chest, drop it to your pigeon pose. Good. Now you're going to continue with that back toes curled under, and you're just like a little bit lifted with your bum, right? Can you see or no? Because of my pants. But it's a bit lifted, and you're just gonna start to pulse it up and down, warming up the groin area, hip flexors, that right side glutes. Good. Planting your palms down, okay? Still curled toes under, behind, and you're gonna come to the pinky side edge of that left foot. We're gonna come to our downward dog pigeon variation. Lifting that back knee up, lifting the groin area, and then now keeping that right foot planted, the sides, stretching that right knee. Ooh, super yummy. Let me know if you like this stretch, because this is not very normal, but it's super needed, and you'll feel that kind of like tightness the sides of your right leg, and it's just so good to do that all the time. Okay, this right foot, you're going to slide it in line with the hand or left hand, right? And then slide it in line with your hip. Okay, we're gonna do this for 5, back, 4, back, 3, back, 2, back, last one. In line with the hips, step it outside of the right leg, lizard lunge, drop the back knee down, or open that right knee out. You could drop the forearms here if you like, and just get into your yummy lizard lunge. Feeling, maybe rotating your hips. Just getting really lubricated with your hip sockets. Good. Hands planted down. Good. Lift the back knee up. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Good job. One more waves. Breathe and breathe out. Or wave rather. Okay, we're gonna find a little bit of stillness here, right? So close your eyes, big breaths. Good. Left knee now towards your chest and drop it down. Pigeon pose. Back foot is still curled under and you're just wiggling yourself left and right here, finding that yummy spot for your pigeon pose. And your knee can be inside of that left hand, right? So not outside, to prepare you for that pigeon downward dog variation. Okay. Big breath in, exhale out. Good. When you're ready, you're gonna push all the way up your hips. That pigeon stretch variation in downward dog and stay here. Breathe. Look back to your knee. Stretching the IT band and just the whole side of that left leg. Ooh, intense. Good. Now sliding that left foot in line with the right hand and back. 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale, last one. Ooh. Knee to chest, step it outside of the left hand, lizard lunge. You could drop the back knee or maybe wiggling yourself wherever it feels good for your lizard. You could rotate your hips. You could open that left knee out, coming to the pinky side edge, whatever feels comfortable. Really stretch, fully open your hips. Good. Ooh, so yummy. All right, how does it feel now? Okay, we're not gonna go to downward dog this time. You're going to drop that back knee. From here, we're gonna do a cute little transition, if you will, coming to our shoelace legs. And how do we do that? I'm gonna show you, hope you can see. Gonna lift that right knee up or foot, the back foot, and then you're going to really twist yourself facing the center of the mat. So facing that left knee, the one in front, right? So you're gonna face, you'll feel that intensity in your inner thighs. That's why we did that stretch. Ooh. From there, you're just going to cross your legs, getting your cow face legs, if you will, or shoelace. Knees are stacked. Good, and then you're gonna start to wiggle your butt cheeks left and right to open it up completely. Good, and then you're going to stick your toes towards your glutes. Good, and you feel that tops of your feet really stretching. If you touch the tops of your feet or toes, ooh, pointing and curling it towards that pointed toes, and it's gonna be intense with the legs if you're feeling that. Good. From here, you're gonna try to lift your knees up. Whoop, compress, right? There's that compression sensation. Whoop. I know that's hard to balance. If you're not, you can drop the feet and then hug your knees this way. So you're really squeezing that internal rotation, compressing your body. Everything's kind of like curling up into like tiny ball. And you're squeezing yourself and just breathing in here. Notice your breath is gonna be harder to breathe if you're full on compression. Inhale. Exhale, woo! Open it out, straddle. Did you get that? If not, you can try it again and I'll wait for you over here. Good. Right hand will now drop down, straddles position. Left hand sweeps up, breathe in. Breathe out and stretch, elongate your side body. Ooh. Stay here and for a few breaths. So good. And then you could start to pulse, right? If that feels good. Ooh, pulse. And you're feeling that stretch. Every time you do side stretch, you want to really tuck your rib cage in, drawing them towards each other, bringing it down, right? That way you really feel that stretch onto the side body. Because doing this doesn't have much when you're back bending. You want that intensity with the core to get you that side bend. Good. Come back to sit up. Whew. Super sweaty now. Inhale. Exhale, the other side. stretch, and maybe pulse. Whoop, pulse, pulse. Whoop, whoop, tuck your rib cage. Whoop, whoop. I like to give some pulses. You feel that, right? Good. Okay. Now, whatever you did earlier with that shoelace, right, you're just gonna switch sides. So hands support you at the back, and then you're gonna come to whatever is the opposite, right? This is one for me now. Is that what, right? I think so. It's hard to remember when I'm talking to you guys. Okay, wiggle, wiggle. Ooh. Now compress the feet. Woo, intense. Ooh, and release. I like the intensity. If you don't, of course, you want to adjust according to what feels good for you, right? But you want to push your body a little bit extra every time you practice so that you improve, right? Even if it's gradual. Good. Okay, now we're gonna do switches. So we're gonna open your legs wide, boom, and then cross to that cow face, legs opposite, right? So we're gonna do this repeatedly. And you can support with a hand, whoop, open and switch. Good, that's a good training. Open and switch, and lean forward. Open and switch to fold. Good, open and switch, yes. And when you ask me about like not able to balance in a boat, that just requires practice. You know, like the balancing in boat when you're open or wide-legged requires that core engagement, aside from all your flexibility, right? So what you can do, let's do that together. Try to lift one leg first. This is for you. Whoop. Right? From there, you could actually just hug this wherever it feels comfortable for you to open it as wide as you can, right? So left knee maybe over here, and then just open that and hold that position. Now from here, you can try to let go of the hand, right? Because if you, whoop, that's a good way to really get that active, because that is not relaxed. I might look relaxed, but no, I'm engaging, the hip flexors is working here, super intense, right? And if you cannot hold that, meaning without the hand, meaning it will be hard for you to also balance, right? Okay, so with a wide-legged boat, I'm talking about this. Okay, now we're gonna do it on the other side. Okay, drop the right foot down, and then left leg will open up. Yeah, stay there, and really just feel that intensity in that inner thighs. Hi, buds, say hello to the camera. Hello, friends. Now see, I'm not holding, and I'm working on that. And that is intense. It just takes practice. If you just like continue to just practice, you will get there too. Everything's just practice. Good. Now from there, Virabhadrasana. This is a good one to also test, right? We're gonna inhale, stretch your spine. Exhale to fold down. Good. And then from here, this is a great also way to get your boat pose in a wide-legged position to be able to balance properly, right? You're just gonna have your hands at the back to support you. You're not gonna help your hands or your feet. Every time you do things actively, it helps so much more than when you're doing things passively in stretching. Inhale, exhale here, and relax, good. That was intense. If you did not get that, then you can start one leg at a time, right? Inhale, exhale, or inhale, exhale, right? That's gonna be different for everyone. At this point, for me, exhale is always easier to work on your muscles, right? But for me, I can work on doing both now. I mean, it really depends. There's so many ways to do this, right? You could even hold it here. If you're not very, very wide, right, and say you're high, you could just hold it here, like this. Wherever is comfortable for you to start, eventually everything will open up, and then you will get there. So now the scooping of the belly, right? When you do this, see that feeling? You're sucking your belly in, navel in towards your spine. There's that scooping sensation. And when I say scooping the belly, it's like in and up. And that's kind of like hitting that deep core muscles. So I'm not relaxed here. But then eventually your muscles get used to it too. Woo! All right, now feel your legs super open now, right? The hips. And then now we're gonna face both knees to the left side, like a pigeon variation, or 90-90 degree. Doesn't have to be perfectly aligned. And then just like fold this way. And as you fold, you will feel that like IT band of that left leg. It's super intense and stretching. Good. Up, and then opposite side. Switch sides. Good. Okay. Ooh, intense. Nice. Okay, now we're gonna do some more thing for like working on our hip socket. So right leg on top of the left outside, okay? So you're really gonna find this twist in your body, right? So your left hand or arm will hug that right leg, right? Inhaling, right hand up and back, exhale, twist. Ooh, twist some more and stay. Every part of our body is super interconnected, right? So if you're working on shoulder mobility or your hip mobility, everything, you wanna work on it. That's why my flows are always like a full body workout. Even if it's a targeted thing, it's still hitting a lot because you can't really get to a point where your joints are super mobile if some are not. Like everything synergistically really kind of mesh well together, and then they also become like, as you work on something, you'll notice something will also be more flexible or work on that mobility. Good. Twists are super, super helpful with so much, not just with back bends, but your shoulder mobility, your hip mobility. So you really want to target them all. That's why asanas are so key, especially the foundational asanas, is because of that. Okay, now we're going to do something funky. Funky twist, if you will. From here, see you're twisted already, right? It's going to be easier to grab the outside of that right foot with that opposite hand. Ding! You could grab here or the ankle, whatever feels comfortable for you, the heel, right? Whatever you can reach. Everybody's gonna be different when it comes to the stretch, right? And then from here, you're just gonna try to drop down the right arm slowly or little by pulsing it down. No pushing, no forcing. One of my favorite ways to really stretch. So find that spot where you could woohoo drop and intense. You feel that right leg, the sides, super intense because it's also twisting. This is gonna take you so far, this like type of sequencing, because it will also, you know, get you into your dragon pistol eventually. I know it doesn't look like it, but it will. Good. Ooh. And release. So good, shake it up. And then we're gonna swing that right leg back, right? So you're still facing here and try to see if you could swing it without the help of your hand. Inhale. Exhale, you're gonna fold to swing it back. Boom. And you're in your pigeon pose. Good job. From here, we're gonna come into this Skandasana. Just adjust yourself, good, and open it up some more. And then we're gonna drop that left foot down. Boom. Or left knee up and down. Up and down. Good. From there, you're gonna reach that right foot and you're just gonna fold here. Good. All right, from here, we're gonna do what we did on that side. So you're gonna swing or cross that left leg to the other side. Boom. Okay, from this position, right, we switch things up. You're gonna bend now that right knee. See if you could do it in reverse, almost, right? So now from here, I know sometimes probably if you're new to sequencing, it's like, what is she doing? Are we hitting everything? It is, right? You are. Okay. From here, you're gonna grab that right foot with the right hand. Left hand sweeps up. Big breath. Exhale towards your back. Look back. Twist some more. You have a lot of options here in your twist, right? You could drop that hand to the right left foot, or you could always like left knee more closer to you so you could really feel your compression. I find that compression and twist goes really synergistically together. They mesh well. So if you want to hug this super intense, you want that left foot. Remember, when you're doing twist, the aim or the goal is to always target the opposite belly, right? And you don't start that way, obviously. I didn't start that way too, right? When you're twisting, that left leg might just be touching that left belly. But the goal is to elongate the spine. That's why you're stretching first, inhaling, exhaling. You want to twist, hitting that opposite side of your belly with that left leg, right? So now that's your twist. That's why we're twisting, to really kind of feel that you're wringing your belly. And you want to really stay so long in twist. That's why we're just talking. You want to relax your muscles in twist, because twist gets you long way when it comes to, again, a lot of things. Back bending, hip and shoulder mobility, they're always connected, and also your jaw. If you have TMJ like I do, it's actually one thing that I've discovered through years of practicing is that when because when you have TMJ, basically your jaw is uneven. It is an inborn thing for me with my skull. It's super uneven. You're not gonna look at it. But then it affects your hips. So for people that have TMJ, their hips are also very, very tight, and I can attest to that because, you know, the hips and the jaw are pretty much interconnected, and we'll get there in my program. All right, from here you're gonna grab the outside of the left foot with the right hand, or the ankle, whatever. Again, you can grab, try to straighten that leg, and now left hand sweeps back, boom. Try to grab and drop. Right? So this doesn't matter, wherever you can really feel comfortable to kind of now start to pulse that left elbow dropping down. Just baby pulses until you can maybe I want to stretch more back. And then maybe I can go down, right? And then flex that foot. Really get that, you feel that IT band here and all the way there too, to the heel. Good. And drop to shoelace or cow face. Okay, now we're gonna do some cow face arms. Okay, find that cow face. Now how you feel, right? Your lower body, hips, we store so much emotions, everything in our hips. And so when you try to, I love to work on my hips first all the time before my back bends because it's better that way. Okay, right hand now, we'll sweep up, breathing in, breathing out, bending both elbows, right? Cow face pose, okay? So it doesn't have to be touching. So you just want to kind of like scoot, scoot, scoot that left arm. Left palm is back, and then right palm is towards you facing, so you could meet the hands. I just always have to cue that in case you might be new to that. But you want to check all my videos. I have so much videos here now, guys. I'm actually happy with my library. When you look at it, ooh, I did some pretty good videos. Okay, release, and then doing that on the other side. But first, we're going to swap our left knee under the right, okay? Woo! And then the other side. Good job. Left hand sweeps up, breathing in. You could actually bend here first, and then from there you bend that left elbow, right? And then coming all the way back to center, you're gonna now forward fold, and then right hand sweeps back. Palms back, facing back. Bend the elbows, and then clasp your fingertips to meet. Doesn't have to, but see if that works better for you to get to cow face arms. And then maybe wiggling. And then always, if you'll notice, rib cage in, super intense for the shoulders, right? And as you do that, ding, that simple rib cage in will help your shoulder mobility. I'm not joking. So just focus on that, bim, bim, there. And maybe stay here if you can handle that intensity. And breathe. Let go, slow and controlled. And extend more forward. All right, now our shoulders are pretty warmed up, our hips are super warmed up, and then we're gonna do some fun flows or sequencing. I love that. Okay, getting onto our downward facing dog. My favorite part is the flows. Finding the down dog. And let's see if we could get to our Visvamitrasana, no? But first we flow. Okay, rolling our shoulders or rolling our spine forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. And I want you to close your eyes here. We're just gonna do some spinal waves, finding your center, really feeling every part of your body and working on each vertebra as you wave your spine, right? So one vertebra at a time. Good. Last wave, I'll meet you in downward facing dog with your feet together. Good. Okay, we're gonna start with the right leg, lifting all the way up, breathing in. Good. Exhale, stay here and bend the knees. You could flex the foot or point it, whatever feels good for you. Good. And then square the hips, right leg up. Good. Breathe in. Knee towards your chest. You're just gonna drop it inside of the right handle. Crescent lunge. Breathe in. You're gonna drop the back knee down, coming to your Anjaneyasana. Good. Untuck the back toes. Good. And Ardha Hanumanasana. Stretch the front knee, half splits. Okay, from here, you're gonna bend the front knee again, Anjaneyasana, and coming towards Skandasana, facing the left side of the mat. Good. From here, we did not rotate that right knee earlier, so we're gonna do it right now. I do remember things sometimes, you know? Okay, drop, and then inhale. Stretch your arms. Exhale, you're gonna fold towards your left leg. Good. Now you feel a lot more even, and then we're gonna flow some more. A few more here. Good. Coming back up, inhale. Open the knee up. Good. Skandasana. Lift the bum. Lift the knee, and your heel is planted all the way. Stretch. Woo! Exhale down. Other side. Good. Woo. Inhale up. Gonna come to our goddess. Good. And exhale, drop your hands towards your tops of your knees. Good. Your thighs. Right knee, right heel up. Good. Inhale. Exhale, right shoulder towards your midline. Ooh, so good. Twist. More twist. Back to your center. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, drop towards your midline, your shoulder. Good. Facing the right side of the mat, coming to your crescent lunge. Cactus that arm. Inhale up. Exhale to bend the elbows. Inhale all the way, lean your belly to your thigh. You're gonna step that left leg up all the way, warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. Find your balance for 3, 2, 1. You're gonna step it back to your crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, warrior 2. Good. Inhale, right palm up. Shift forward. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Good. Inhale all the way down. Right hand down. Stretch that right knee. Exhale, left palm will go up and hand. Good. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Now left arm, woo, parallel, stretch the side body some more. Bend the right knee. From here, you're now leaning that right belly to your thigh. Right hand will now come inside of that right leg. Thread it outside of that right foot. Beautiful. From here, left hand will now come underneath or behind your back. Squish it. See this? You're gonna half bind, right? So insert your hand. Okay, from here, you're gonna straighten that right knee and then bend. So now as you straighten, continue to do that. Notice that your forearm, right forearm might already be dropping down, and that's good, right? So as you straighten, your head is now following that right leg. Good. Keep on going until you feel that that's already very much loosened up, and then you can bind. I already finished, by the way. I'm repeating this portion up to the end because my battery died from the heat. So this is a bummer. My camera doesn't like the heat. It's not even the peak hot heat. Okay, let go of the bind, stay here. And now from here, you're gonna get into the bent knee and then try to bind. From there, you're going to see if you can now bind and then loosen, feeling so much better, right? Good. Keep on going, and then get into that straight leg. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, drop the right hand down. We're gonna come to our Visvamitrasana. You're gonna really lean to that right arm with your weight. Lifting that right foot, right? So you could lift it up, grabbing it with the right hand, left hand, straightening the right leg for your Visvamitrasana. 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Woohoo! Coming to your crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, goddess pose. Switching sides. Inhale, crescent lunge, other side. Exhale, cactus. 4, 3. Exhale. 4, 2. Exhale, and 1. Woohoo! Inhale. Pivot yourself, warrior 2, Virabhadrasana 2. Good, find that comfortable leg spot or position. Inhale, palm up, left palm, shift forward. Exhale to reverse the warrior. Stay for a little bit. And drop, left hand all the way down now. Woohoo! Okay, now we're gonna find our Trikonasana, but this time, instead of the back hand, the left hand at the back of the leg, you're gonna come to the front side. I want you to try both ways. Right hand sweeps up, triangle pose. Breathe. We're gonna do a different approach because I want you to find what works best for you. This is gonna be different for everyone depending on the bone structure. So, I'm gonna come to that bind or half bind with that right hand, right? So insert it towards the inner thigh. And then from here, left hand will plant down next to the inside of the left foot, bending the knee and then straightening. You're gonna do this repeatedly with really engaging your muscles, right? So you feel that kind of resistance. Good. Good. Now, try to really drop the left forearm now. Good. Stay here, straighten that left knee. Hold 5, 4, 3, 2, intensa. 1. Let go of that half bind and just send it behind your bum. From here, you're gonna adjust yourself where you now can maybe find that bind, okay? So maybe drop the right hand first to support you, and then left hand will come behind your back. So now you can bend that left knee and then find your stable spot with your feet and grab your tips of your fingers to bind, and now try to straighten the knee. Good, and then bend. I know that requires a lot of also core activation, everything with hip mobility, flexibility. Inhale, exhale, stay. Obviously, a little bit of a drishti moment will be super hard if you start to look up, right? That's a lot challenging, so you can just start to look down and then keep on going like this. Good. Now when you're ready and you feel that that's good enough, I'm making this faster because my camera might die again. And then you're gonna plant the left hand outside of the left foot, bend the knee, lean onto that arm. You're sandwiching that arm, meaning you're squishing it with this leg. You're gonna grab that outside of that left foot with the right hand to straighten the leg for your Visvamitrasana. Woo! Stay 3, 2, and 1. Intense. Drop it down. Ooh. Left knee will bend. Coming to your Anjaneyasana, drop the back knee down. Beautiful. Straighten the front knee, Ardha Hanumanasana. So see, we kind of did it in reverse. And that's okay too, right? It's one of the common questions I get too, if like I remember doing left and right. I remember it based from sensation, based from how I'm feeling. That's why I do forget a lot too, right? And I say it here. I'm very open. I'm not really very obsessed with that because it's so normal. People, we're just humans. Okay, from here, we're gonna lean now to your belly and thigh, lifting that back knee. Now you're gonna come to our Virabhadrasana 3. Woo, slow and steady, finding your balance. Warrior 3. Woo. 3, 2, and 1. You're gonna drop down, crescent lunge. Exhale, goddess pose. Whew. Inhale. Exhale, fold all the way down. Pivot yourself facing the right leg. Good. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, step back to your downward dog position. We're gonna take our vinyasa, roll your shoulders or spine forward, roll it back. Roll it forward before we take the vinyasa. From the forward shape, you're gonna arch the back, drop the chest and your knees. Kick your heels towards your bum. And then exhale, you're gonna drop the shins and feet. Woo. Roll up, upward facing dog. Push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward. Shoulders past the wrist. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. To even it out, feet together. Left leg will lift up, breathing in. Because we did not do this, exhale, bend the knee, open the hips. Inhale, square the hips. Exhale, knee to chest, step it inside of the left hand, pivoting yourself facing the right side of the mat, Skandasana. Whew, inhale, Skandasana on the other side, and exhale here. Good, pivot yourself to the opposite side of the mat, drop the hands down, step your right leg back, downward facing dog. Roll forward, inhale. Roll it back. Roll forward, drop your chest, knees, kick your heels towards your bum, and whew, upward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog. For our last vinyasa, roll your shoulders or spine forward. Good. Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Whew. Obviously, I'm filming, so I have to end it there. But as always, feel free to end in Shavasana. I always encourage people to always end with that feeling of high. You need that. It's just different because, of course, I'm filming, right? Whew. But as always, thank you so much, guys, for being here. If you enjoyed this class, make sure to leave this a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!